Wow, wow, wow. This is kind of cool. I've never done this before. And I just ate something with poppy seeds. So hopefully you don't see that in my teeth. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm not sure if you're here or not. I'm looking around to see what I see. Drop comments. Show me your love. Show me you're live with me here. And I'm not all by myself today. This is pretty cool. One thing I would like to go check out is and see what my YouTube looks like. This is so neat. This is so cool. Let's see if we can tell here. It looks like it's live. I don't know. Do I go in and look? It is. All right. Kim, hey Kim, how's it going today? This is my first go at YouTube, but I really love this. Our team that I'm a part of does a lot of premieres and a lot of team calls on YouTube. She's a huge YouTube guru, and so she does a lot with us on her page and YouTube and stuff like that. So I love this. And then it also saves me from like uploading it later. I think it'll just live on here, which is kind of a neat concept too. So I love doing video. I love being able to talk to you guys. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can drop them on the side here. I can see the live chat. This is wicked cool. I should take a picture. Hey, if it's not on social media, it didn't happen. I don't know. Is that true? Let's see. Oh, yes. Look at that. Too funny. Okay. All right, you guys, let's make this short and sweet because I want to respect everybody's time. So if you are here, welcome. My name is Megan Anderson, and I'm so excited that you could join me on this platform. Again, this is something new for me. I usually just go on Facebook, but I thought, hey, why not give this a try and sort of see what this is all about? Hopefully it's not too distracting with like other dings and things that are happening up there. If you have questions, you can drop them in the comments and I will get to those as I'm going through. If you are here, you were already invited by myself or someone from our team, and you already are interested in learning more about what it is or what it means to be a Beachbody coach. You've heard my story. And let me just say that if you haven't heard my story, message me or go on my website and you can see some really awesome information over there about how I got started. I don't want to take up too much time with that part of things just because although it's a big important thing as far as it pertains to me, in my life, I really wanted to get into the nitty gritty of this. Coaches come from all walks of life. The abridged version is that I got started when I was looking for something that was going to save me time in my life. My husband and I had owned our own company for about 13 years. And so I was super busy, super stressed, worked all day long and had no time for myself. And then like when kids came along, that was even harder. I knew I needed to be consistent with my fitness. So I purposely sought out something that was going to save me time that I could do from home and just naturally gravitated towards Beachbody. So I have been a Beachbody customer for about 20 years, if you can believe that. I have been getting my results and having success at home from Beachbody for a very long time. But I had no idea that there was a coaching opportunity. I had been going around about my life merrily and had, like I said, we started our own company in the year 2000 and then started having kids 2005. Aiden's now 14. And then I have a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old. So life is going by, right? And so I think that happens to us too, right? Like life goes by, your priorities change. I never thought I would want to ever get married. I never thought I would want to have kids, and like life changes, right? And so you have to sort of adapt to that to a point, though, to a point. I did always know that I wanted to be a business person, an entrepreneur. That was something that I really loved about our company. I was president of our company. I ran it. I did the sales. I was in charge of the day-to-day operations. My husband did the installation service and whatnot. We were a commercial AV company. So we did installed background music and sound systems into bars and restaurants, retail, health clubs, and things of that nature. So when I did finally find my person that invited me to coaching, I was absolutely floored. So all this time I'm here working out by myself in my basement, for all these years thinking I'm just you weirdo, right? Doing these things by myself. So when I was approached by my then coach, this was before Facebook, this was before social media, really. Like Facebook was there, but it wasn't really like, definitely not like it was today. In 2013 is when I started coaching. So like had no social media. Beachbody had what they called message boards at the time. So I was on message boards where I could ask questions to the experts and things like that. And that's where my then coach found me. And so when I found out that there was going to be a group of people, a community on Facebook where other women were going to be doing the same programs as me, and I was invited to join them, I was like, heck yeah, you know, like I thought I was all by myself doing these things forever and ever and ever. So it was just an amazing feeling to find other women, like-minded women just like me. And the more that I was a part of that, the more I started to be like, okay, I don't know if I want to run my business anymore. I kind of really like this aspect of my life. This was like my me time. This was my time. So I think it was only about 30 days before I decided, and I had signed up as a coach. When she told me that I could earn an income, I initially thought, okay, I can be a coach, but maybe this will just be like our fun money, right? Like this job over here is like stressing me out and I'm, you know, just, running me ragged. And this could be like a really fun outlet for me. But the more that I was a part of it, the more my heart pulled me towards it. It was like the best part of me and the best part of my day could be spent helping other people and share the best part of my day with them. And that was kind of like what energized me and got me excited. And the more I was over here, the less I wanted to be over here. And so I think I was about 30 days in before I sat down with my husband and I said, just my heart's pulling me in this direction. And I'm not feeling what's happening with our company is stressing me out. I'm burnt out. I'm stressed. We never see the kids. They're in daycare. Like it was this horrible rat race of a thing, not to mention that we were living paycheck to paycheck and we could never get ahead. And it was just like one thing after another. So, you know, long story short, now I've been coaching since 2013. So that's almost about 8 years, which is pretty insane. And a lot has changed since then. So much has come out such a long way. The programs, the products, everything used to be on DVD. I actually have my very first workouts are on VHS, you guys. Yes, I saved them all. I have a whole box downstairs of DVDs. And these are my VHS ones, like relics, right? 1999, okay? It's Tony Horton and like Debbie Siebers. And it's like 8 minutes a day. Great abs, guaranteed. Great buns, great arms. So that'll tell you, you know, how I started and then how far they've come, right? So, let's just kind of get into it. Again, I don't want to take up too much time with my story because the purpose of this particular little chat is to just really get into what coaching is, what we do, and then how you earn an income and what that looks like, and then answer questions for you guys. Okay. So essentially being a coach means that you're living a healthy and fulfilling life. And just forgive me, I have my notes over here. So I just want to make sure I touch on everything. If I don't have notes, I just go I'll just be all over the place and it'll take us way longer than it needs to get to the point. Okay. So we're living a healthy and fulfilling life. We're being a product of the product. And so we're working out to the programs. We're drinking our superfood shakes and we're using our supplements and working on self-improvement, which is our personal development and our mindset. And those are basically what our vital behaviors are. And I'll be honest with you too, that if you're in a position to become a coach and you're thinking about becoming a coach, it's really going to be super important for you to fall in love with the programs and the products, right? So let's just back up a quick second too, and let me start off by saying that some of our most successful coaches are the ones that are born from our challenge groups. Okay, so our accountability groups are on Facebook. Now we have BOD groups, which is our own exclusive app. But it's a place where you get your support from your coach, your accountability from the other members. It's like I said, that's how I got started when I got invited to my first Facebook group. Okay, so the big part of that is what what typically happens is you get invited to one of these groups, you start the programs, you fall in love with the process, and you start to see amazing results. And then by accident, you sort of start telling people about that, or people start asking you, what are you doing? You look great. And it's sort of like this domino effect. And so our most successful coaches are usually born from our groups because they've had that experience. They love the stuff, and they just, it's like you're going down the street to your favorite steakhouse and you go home and you rave about it to somebody. I just went, it was amazing. Garlic butter all over the place. You got to go and try the steak, right? It's the same idea. So you really do have to kind of get behind the programs and the products. Like, there are those people that come in looking for a business opportunity, which it is an amazing business opportunity, but you also want to be able to back up and be excited about the programs, right? You don't want to just sell stuff to sell stuff, because that's not being authentic, and that's not really what we're looking for our teams anyways. I really do want you to be someone that gets behind the program. So we always invite you to really start and work on yourself first. And that should be number one. I always talk about your job is your journey. And I want you to always know that I'm your coach first, and that your number one job is to get results and start your program. And I want you to fall in love with the process. I want you to love Shakeology, and I want you to love the benefits that you're getting from that. I want you to use the premium nutrition programs and plans that we have and find success with that stuff too. Because when you start to find that success, it's just going to become that much easier for you to explain and talk to other people about what it is. If you've experienced it and you have a story about what Shakeology has done for you, or what personal development has done for you, that's what the best part of sharing what we do is all about. And when people come to me and they're like, well, I'm not a salesperson. Well, that's not what we do, is right. Because I just said to you, the whole thing is like falling in love with something and then just sharing what you love, right? Just like going to that steakhouse down the street. We don't really think about it like this, but we're actually selling all day long. If you have ever talked your kid into eating a vegetable or going to bed, then you're a salesperson. Okay. So it's not really, and I always say it's not my job to convince you of anything. It's only my job to educate you. And I want to share my experience and the benefits that has helped me, in the hopes that it will help you. If you've watched my stories or followed me, you heard me say time and time again, these were my struggles. And now my purpose is to kind of like cut this in half and shorten that struggle distance for you, so it doesn't take you nearly as long as it took me to get to this point in my journey. Okay, so we are working out, eating right, drinking the shakes, focusing on personal development, business development, and we're inspiring others to do the same by sharing that on social media. So a big part of that is social media. But do you have to be an expert on social media? No. The very cool thing is, like I said at the very beginning of this video, is that our leader, our founder of Team Uproar, the big team that we're a part of, she is a social media guru, mentor, expert, and she has basically laid out all that we need to know about social media. So you could come in knowing absolutely nothing and start and be successful. And you remember too, if I just said a few minutes ago, that when I started, like, there was no Instagram. Facebook was sort of a thing, but I had like a couple hundred friends. Okay, I have like 11,000 on my page now, 11,800, I think, on my like page. Working on Instagram, 1,500 or so. It's a work in progress. I still don't even go there. And I think my regular page is like almost up to 3,000 by now. But it takes time. Nothing good happens overnight, guys. Okay, and so remember that too. Just like with your health and fitness, I'm going to put those parallels together all the time because it's true. Nothing good happens inside of your comfort zone. You need patience, you need consistency, and you need to give it time. You need to give yourself grace. And that includes with your fitness journey, with your nutrition, and with this business. Okay. So you're inspiring others, you're supporting people on their journey after you inspire them to join you, and you're running your group. So we're running these groups. If you're a part of that already, that community already, you're just checking in. We're, running the groups. The really cool thing about Beachbody groups and what it is that we do too is that you're encouraged to be your own brand. So although there's a lot of outline and tools for you to do to run these online groups and to host these types of events, lots and lots of tools to use and templates. But you're encouraged to be your own brand and make them your own and make them unique to what you like. So if you're in my group and you're like thinking to yourself, oh, I don't really like all this that she does, or I like this, but not like this, or I have my own ideas, that's what you want. The idea behind having you come in and becoming a coach and having you get started with me is I am here to equip you with all the tools that you need so that you can become as independent from me as possible from the beginning. I host several groups for our team, and you'll always be welcome to start in there with us and stay for as long as you feel comfortable. But there will come a point where your comfort level will be such that you're like, I'm ready to fly the coop and run my own groups now, and you'll know when that is. Okay. So part of what else we do is we partner with Beachbody. I mentioned that a few times. So they are leaders in home fitness. And right now we are exploding. There's been a surge. Our team has grown 300% in the last couple of months. Well, while gyms and other places are closing, I mean, it's insane, you guys, the amount of growth between people that are looking for at-home fitness and people that are looking to grow a business from home while getting healthy. I mean, it's just been an absolutely amazing thing. And the other really cool thing about what we do is being healthy is never going to go out of style. It's only going to change in the way that we do that. And the really awesome thing about Beachbody is they are in front of their competition and always looking to take the next steps. And that's, you'll see that because we come out with new programs every quarter, and everything that we create now is dedicated to helping the person that's at home be able to achieve their goals, okay, with simple tools and things like that they can use, okay? So you might know we have our programs, P90X, 21-day fix. Newer ones are like 10 rounds. We have Bar Blend now. We have a whole pre and postnatal section. We have a whole huge yoga section. I'm doing MBF, muscle burns fat right now. We've got weightlifting. We've got bodybuilding, like you name it. And we can truly help anyone at any fitness level, no matter where they're coming from. And I love that about what we do, that there's not a demographic of person that we can't help, young, old, beginner, advanced. There's something for everyone, truly. God is the Netflix of workouts. I hate to say that all the time, but it's kind of true, right? Okay, so guys, I am really looking for business builders at this point. I don't want to sugarcoat it and tell you that, oh, it's fun and easy, like join me, it's super cool. I mean, it is super cool, and I think it is fun. Not every day is easy though. It is work. It's just like any other business that you would start up, right? You need to be consistent every single day, just like with your fitness. Remember, talking about that parallel, right? So just like your fitness, you need to be consistent every single day. You need to work this business every single day. That doesn't mean you have to spend hours at this business every single day. It means that you just need to work the business every single day and be consistent with that. I think once you sort of get a hang on, sort of what it is that you need to accomplish in a day, you can then determine, do I need to spend more or less time here or there? And that really also depends on your goals too. Like I said, I'm looking for business builders. I'm looking for those women that are looking to dream big, a bigger vision than what you have here in front of you. Are you working a 9-to-5 job? Are you tired of that, working for someone else, like working your ass off to get somebody else to their goal, right? I mean, that's just the way it is. I was talking to somebody else this morning, and she was like, I left my fitness career, and she was teaching fitness and personal training. I left my fitness career because I want to go into a different, she was like, I'm have burnout and all these things are happening. And plus you don't make any money teaching group fitness. And she's like, I really need a 401k and benefits and time off and stuff. And I said to her, you're telling me that you'd rather go work for someone else and work your ass off and wait for retirement and wait for a 401k to happen. And when you could dictate all of those things yourself, what she would get, maybe a 2% raise every year. I mean, that's pretty crazy when you compare it. The network marketing business model is extremely, extremely smart. I'm not going to tell you that it's a get rich quick scheme, because it's not, okay? It does definitely take diligent skill and hard work, but I will tell you that we are part of a top 10 team And our leaders are making what most people make in a year in 30 days or less. Okay, so I will tell you that it is possible, but again, insert income disclaimer. And I have to say this because I mean, it's common sense, but Team Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income from the Team Beachbody coach opportunity. It's determined by your diligent skill and your work ethic. Okay, so that has to be said, even though really it should be common sense. I know. I had to put it out there. Okay, so dreamers, doers, you guys, people that I'm looking for, people that want to get something done, something accomplished, and they're looking for more. For me, I truly believe, after being on this journey for a number of years now, that this is what I was put here to do, that this is my purpose, and I am leading that purpose-driven life. Every time I go in front of someone else within the company or within our community that speaks and talks, it just reinforces the fact that these people have been put in my path for a reason, to teach me how to help others and lead that healthy, fulfilling life, right? Okay, do you guys have any questions? Kim, do you have any questions? I'm not seeing anything yet. Okay. I know that lots of people, when they first come in, they have like fears and doubts. Like the biggest one is I get is I'm not at my goal weight yet, or, I could never start this business because I haven't lost weight or whatever. That's the story that you're telling yourself of why you can't start, because I'm not an expert, or you're not at your goal weight, or you don't have a large network of people. I told you I didn't have social media, right? What's the other one? I don't have a lot of time. That's bullshit. And the whole pyramid scheme, I don't really get that one. I guess I don't feel like it's not a pyramid scheme. They're illegal. They're just not a thing. All businesses have like a hierarchy, right? Where there's a CEO and stuff. The way that Beachbody is, it's a team effort. And I can share with you guys like a little bit more about the compensation plan as we get into this. But so going back to that first fear about not being at your goal weight and not being a fitness expert, all those kind of things, I think the biggest thing and the biggest mindset shift to get into is that you are way more relatable as you're starting out on your journey. You've acknowledged that you're going to make a change and you're ready to share that with people and open. It's like, come with me, come follow me, all that kind of thing. When people see me, I get all the time, I could never do what you do. I could never do those workouts. I couldn't do those workouts when I first started either. You know how long I've been at this, and I feel like people just don't see that correlation. If you're just meeting me for the first time, you're like, holy crap, you can go all the way down on a push-up. Yeah, but I couldn't do any when I first started. Like, I still can't do pull-ups. I mean, come on, guys, right? So think about it in that regard, that we're actually linking arms with our community. We're going to do this together. I always tell my coaches that when we get started, you want to share your emotion. You're not sharing Shakeology. You're not sharing Beachbody. You're not sharing the product. You're sharing what you're going through. I'm stuck. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I'm going to do something about it. And this solution works because I've done it before, or this is the solution that I know that I can do. It's only 20 minutes a day. There's your time thing. And that branching off that time thing too, if it's a priority to you, you'll make it work. You will. When your back is up against the wall and you want something bad enough, you'll make it work. It's just like whenever somebody says, how much is it? Oh, it's a lot or something, or what they perceive to be a lot of money for Shakeology and that sort of thing. Yeah, but if your iPhone broke and dropped on the floor, you're going to the store the next day to spend $1,000 on a phone. So it's half a dozen other, right? So I want you to take any of those fears or misconceptions that you might have and just kind of get them out of your head, because that's the story that you're telling yourself. Those are self-limiting beliefs. And we're going to talk about like that. Once you join our team, once you're a part of our team, you're going to hear us talking about that a lot, because we all have a lot of baggage. We all tell ourselves negative stories all the time. And it held me back from my business for a long time. When I first got started with this business, I loved it with all my heart. And I could see that this is where I could go if I really could really work on this business. But I was afraid to talk about it to people because I was afraid of what they were going to say to me. You mean you quit president of your company a brick and mortar actual business to do this coaching thing? And that was what I told myself for a very long time. So I was really good at getting people to join me for the fitness part because, hey, I was all about the fitness for a long time. But the business took a long time for me to take off because I had to stop playing those words in my head, those negative self-limiting beliefs. This is a freaking awesome business model. And I love the idea of sharing it with people. I liken it to, say, like a franchise. Burn Boot Camp, a McDonald's. How many hundreds of thousands of dollars do you have to invest in a franchise like that, right? And then you have monthly fees that you pay. Beachbody does have a monthly fee. It's $15.95 a month. That gives you your marketing. That gives you your website. That gives you customer service. You don't have to carry inventory. They handle all the shipping. Like, hello, right? Like, it could not be more simple. You'd pay thousands of dollars in some sort of a franchise. And then you're also stuck with their branding, right? Like, you can't think outside the box. Like, you have to use their stickers and their logos and all the things while you're over here branding yourself. And really, like, that was like such an awesome creative feeling to just like come out and be Megan Anderson Fitness for whatever that looked like for me, right? Like, I could be whoever I wanted to. I could work with moms, or I could work with fitness professionals, or I could work with men or whatever, right? Like, I really feel like you hone in on what it is that you are passionate about and the program, and then you kind of run with it, right? And what you see. And then we also go through seasons of life too. So now that I've been in the business for so long, I see these other coaches that some are empty nesters now. Some are getting ready to send their kids off to college. You know, there's like all these different things, and you change your business with your season of life. And I think that that's great too. And same goes with like scheduling the hours. Like, summer hours are way different for me than school year hours are. So that's really exciting that you can just do what you need to do to make this business work for you. You know, the hours that you put in are yours. So if you need to put in extra time at night, you can. If when the kids were really little, like they were toddlers when I first started, I was up at the crack of dawn working my business before anybody was even up. And I did my workout and everything and got the business off the ground in the wee hours of the morning. Was it easy? No, but the kids were young and I had to be with them all day long. So I didn't have much of a choice. And so say la vie. Okay, where was I? Okay, so I was talking to you guys about the 15 a month. So you do, as a coach, we might as well get into the money part, right? Just make sure if you guys have any questions, let me know. Okay, so $15.95 a month is your monthly coach fee. And like I said, that pays for all of those things, your business fee, your logo, you get logos. Not that you'd really use the Beachbody logos a ton, but there's all kinds of marketing and there's training and all things of that nature. If you're military by chance, all those fees get waived, so you don't have to even worry about that. There is a 25% commission that you get when you sell any retail. And you get a 25% discount on all the programs and products too. So typically what happens is you're responsible in addition for 50 personal volume points every single month. And so essentially most coaches, they start with like Shakeology every single month, and that's 90 PV, and that kind of covers it. We can get into that a little bit more in depth one-on-one, but those are your minimum requirements to be active, working, and collect a paycheck, basically. So you have your retail sales, but you also can acquire bonuses, and that comes when you start to build your team. So immediately when you start up, if you say you brought 2 people with you to sign up as coaches too, that takes you to your first rank, we call Emerald, and that's your first leadership ladder rung, I guess I would say. And so the really cool thing about signing someone up as a coach is that not only do you make that commission, but you also get a fast start bonus. So it's an average about $100 person to start them off as a coach with a challenge pack. You got 2 of those, it's a couple $100. You already made back your investment and you're starting to earn bonuses. Once you're an Emerald coach, you will start to be able to tap into the cycle bonus that we have. So essentially it's a bonus that you get every week. our team cycles. It's kind of, I don't want to say too much things because it's hard for me to explain without showing you sort of what it looks like. But our team cycles, we're part of a really big team. I mentioned that a couple times, right? So if you're not an Emerald coach right out of the gate, you're sort of just leaving money out there. When you're an Emerald coach, you make $14 a cycle. Okay, so I'll tell you, I don't know how many cycles. I probably could go look see it. But anyways, it's a bonus, right? And then when you get to the next rung, you make another bonus. And then if you say you brought 5 coaches in within 4 weeks, you get an extra $100. So the next rank is Diamond, $14 a cycle as an Emerald, $18 a cycle as a Diamond. And then when you hit 2-star, you have the ability to open up a second business center. And what does that mean? That's just another one of you. So you have another whole business that you can start up and create to be Emerald, Diamond, 2-star, etc. I don't think that there's a limit to the number of business centers you can open. I think that was unlimited. I think that's what I heard last. And then so also when you get to 2-star, you are part of what they call a bonus pool. And so you'll get a quarterly bonus pool. This is in addition to your retail. Okay. The other thing that I forgot to mention over here with the retail is that your baseline in order to grow your business, bare minimum is helping 3 people a month. I always shoot for 5, but your bare minimum is 3. Okay. So think about it like this. If you're going to sell somebody Shakeology and you get a commission of $30, okay, 30, 60, 90 in your first month. Okay. And then they keep it for month 2. Let's say in month 2, you get it again, and then you sell 3 more, 30, 60, 90, that's 180. And then in month 3, you sell 3 more, and the first month they're still keeping it, right? So you're building that residual passive income, okay? Income while you sleep, guys, okay? So this is for anything, not just Shakeology, Beachbody On Demand. I probably would say that my Beachbody On Demand subscriptions are probably what are the most for me at this point, but definitely all the other things as well. And then when your coaches are involved, it multiplies and it truly makes it a team effort. And the other really cool thing is that I'm not successful unless you're successful. So I'm helping you along the way. We also, I mentioned several times, part of a top 10 team, we have access to a team university. And so the top coaches, literally the top 10 coaches have given us the keys to the kingdom and a blueprint to follow. So all you have to do is go through that university and take action, and you have the potential to be as successful as they are. Okay. All right. Question. If you get someone to join BOD, but they can't afford, well, so it doesn't get you Success Club, but it counts as income, right? And so your benchmark, we talk about Success Club all the time. And so success, you get 2 points. 2 points for Shakeology, and you get 2 points for a challenge pack. And so, but BOD by itself, no points. But you still get the commission from it. So it's not like it's nothing. It's still good. And chances are what normally happens is someone gets Beachbody On Demand and they want to try it out. We put them inside of our groups, and guess what? Within a month, they want to try other stuff. So that's usually what kind of happens. And so that's good, right? As far as income goes, yes. But as far as points, no. But and they give you this benchmark because you want to see that growth in your business. And you want to know that you told me I was going to be consistent at this, and as long as I'm consistent, my business will grow. That's your benchmark. That's your minimum to look at. 3 to 5 people a month. If you really want to grow faster, it's 5. If you really want to grow way faster, 10, 15. Right? So that's how you want to kind of gauge things, right? And, not every month is going to be roses and flowers and unicorns, but that's just the way that businesses work, right? And the other thing I'm going to say too is that you can't come in and expect in 3 months to be super successful, because that's not going to happen either. Typically, you're going to have a ramp up period. And so not only are you going to be training, but let's just say you knew exactly what you were doing and you started talking to some people this week. What's this week? August. Let's say you started talking to people this week, next week. Okay. Those people technically don't sign up for 30 days, 60 days sometimes. And that's why we say you have to be consistent at it, because the people that are you starting to talk to today probably won't come to fruition until like 6 months. But that's why you keep talking to people every single day. So it's constantly, there's constantly people that you're having conversation with, right? It's a relationship building business. And so what I really want you to focus on when you start as a brand new coach is building relationships, connecting with people. You really want to make friends over everything else, because that loyalty and that trust really is super important when you're trying to help someone with something as sensitive as a health and fitness journey, right? And I mean, I think that we all know that, having gone it through ourselves, that we can relate to that. So let's see, I talked about, so getting started, essentially it's a challenge pack to get started, and that will give you a year of Beachbody On Demand, and that will give you some supplements depending on what it is that you want to start with. It starts at $160, and then most people do the deluxe pack just because it's going to give you Shakeology and your performance. That's the pre and the post workout. That's the stuff that I always recommend to everybody. So that's about $220, all of those things. But then you have access to Beachbody On Demand for a full year, and that's yours to keep. And everything also comes with a money back guarantee. So you could try the groups and try coaching and try the Shakeology and go through the entire bag. And if within 30 days, you're not seeing any benefits and you're not liking me and the groups and all the things, then you can just get your money back. No questions asked, right? And so I think that that's awesome, that everything that we have is backed by our money back guarantee. And that gives people a peace of mind too, right? You have the ability to say that to them and say, look, if you don't like it, I'll help you return it. Like, I don't want you here if you're not happy and loving it. The worst thing ever is when people start and then they fall off the face of the earth. It happens all the time. It's hard, guys. This fitness and health stuff is hard, and the business is no different, right? If this was easy, then everybody would be doing it, right? And that's something that we have to think about. You're here, you're watching, you're interested, you're part of my groups. That right there puts you a step above everybody else. Like, that puts you into that small 2% of people that want to change their life, right? So think about that. Okay. Let's see. So I talked about brick and mortar. Oh my gosh, brick and mortars versus this, guys. We talked about the franchise. It's kind of insane. So the stats that they had given us before were franchise fall between 100 and 300,000 in initial investment. That's insane. This is the only business that I know that you can turn a profit within 24 hours of investing $160. Coaching fee, all that stuff. All right, let me know if you guys have any money questions. And so, it's like I said before, I'm looking for people that are looking to build a business, right? People who are go-getters and that want something more from life, people who are willing to learn and grow from the inside out, and people who aren't afraid to fail. Like, I say that all the time, that it's okay to make mistakes because that's how we get better. Like, I wouldn't be here if I had gone through such a learning experience with this business, with my fitness, right? So what happens next? If you are interested in getting started, we get you all set up with the pack that you need. If you already have Beachbody On Demand, then we can hook you up with Shakeology or the performance or vice versa, or whatever you need. We will talk about that, or the coach that sent you here can talk about that with you, what's going to work best for you. We'll get you going on a getting started right call, where we're going to talk about some of your goals, financial, physically, health, all the things, so that we can make sure that you're on the right path to getting started. Hook you up with all of our team pages in our community. We have some amazing resources for you guys. I want you to know that you're never alone when you get started. The community that you plug into has just outstanding leaders, myself as well as many others throughout our upline, some just amazing businesswomen. And I'm honored to be a part of the culture that they've created and the vision that they created. And I'm super stoked to grow this year. It makes me sad when I think about all the people today that are really struggling with either they don't have a job or their business had to close, and how much success we're celebrating with all of this, and just how excited we are. Like, people will look back and say 2020 was this like horrible time, and yes, it's got its horrible elements, that's for sure. But as far as a business is concerned, we have just seen amazing growth, and we have 2 new programs coming out in the fall: a running and strength program, and then this winter, another program by Autumn Calabrese, which is really exciting. And so now too is probably the best time to get into coaching, because between the fall, the holidays, and the onslaught of the new year, like normally this is like an amazing time. But right now more than ever, people need us. People need this positivity. They need the community. They need the support. They need health. They need fitness. People are afraid to go to the gym still. I see so many people every single day. They're like, their place is closed, or they have to work out with a mask, or there's all these things. There's so many people that just need us so much. And again, guys, like the more I'm embedded with these programs and what it is that we do as coaches, it's our purpose. It's our God-given purpose that we're helping people lead those healthy and fulfilling lives. And I think about this every single day, that we've been given this platform in order to help people and literally change people's lives. So, I think that's pretty much all I have for you. I don't know if you have any other questions. If you do, just drop them in the comments and I'll make sure to come back to you. You can always send me an email and say hi and introduce yourself. And yeah, let me know, guys. I hope you had a good, it was good, like you learned a lot. If you have questions, let me know. Thanks, Kim, both Kims, for being here. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you.